Hey everyone. So, throughout my recovery journey, one of the really big things that started to enable me to see things differently in my eating disorder was to start actually becoming conscious and aware of all of the thoughts, beliefs, and rules that I actually had. For such a long time, I kind of felt like I was on autopilot, and I would be kind of doing these behaviors without really thinking about them. I would have all of these rules that were kind of unconscious, I guess. They were very much there, but I wasn't necessarily always aware of them at the time, or I wasn't necessarily aware when they would kind of crop up and I'd be abiding by them. They were just kind of underneath the surface of my consciousness. And so when I was on autopilot, I couldn't really, I couldn't really see what was going on. So I couldn't then decide to do anything about it. So when I work with clients, and this is certainly true for my own journey, starting to become aware of what's actually going on in our minds is a really important first step. It's like flicking the light switch on. Because once we can start to see what's going on, once we can start to almost get a bit of distance from our thoughts, once we can actually see them for what they are, we can actually see what's going on. We can see what those, maybe some of those unhelpful beliefs are that we've held for a long time, or what some of those rules are, like I said, that have been kind of ruling our lives for some time. And so once we can see that, we can start to do something about it. We can start to actually choose to not follow them, choose to not believe them if they're no longer serving us. Like, we can absolutely have beliefs and thoughts that we kind of on a deep down level we know feel really right, but actually there are also a whole load of really limiting, really unhelpful beliefs, whether it's in relation to the eating disorder or whether it's in relation to something else, that we hold, and we base so many of our decisions in life around them. Whether it's, I mean, just to name some of the ones that I used to have, around like I'm not good enough, or I'm not deserving, I'm not worthy, I couldn't possibly rest because I need to be productive all the time. All of those beliefs at the time felt really true, but on a deep down level, they didn't feel nice. They didn't feel like they were coming from a real place of truth. There was a kind of friction somehow between that kind of chatter that I had and those beliefs that really didn't feel that nice, and the deep down gut feeling that I had that was like, not sure about this. So they'd kind of do that, and that caused pain, it caused suffering. It wasn't pleasant, but I got so used to quietening that deep down gut feeling in favor of those unhelpful beliefs and rules, because I thought they were true. So, I mean, you'll have heard us talk a lot in our videos about our thoughts, and how actually just because they're in our heads, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily true. And that was such a big turning point for me when I realized I didn't have to believe and act on every thought I had. And this goes for beliefs and rules as well. Like, ultimately they are a collection of thoughts that we've had for a long period of time. So I wanted to share an image that came up in a conversation a while ago in relation to this, and that is this image of balloons. And if you imagine being in a room full of balloons that each have labels on them, and those labels are a thought or a belief or a rule, and there are a lot of them. Most likely there are quite a number of them, and they're all kind of squished into this room. And like I said, when I said that I wasn't really aware of that I had all of these unhelpful thoughts and beliefs, it's kind of like I wasn't aware of all these balloons in the room. They were very much there, but for some reason I just couldn't see them. And the reason I love this idea of balloons is because I was unconsciously filling them up. I was keeping them blown up with the attention and the energy that I was giving to them. Again, totally unconsciously. I was doing this very innocently. It wasn't something I was choosing to do. It didn't feel like I was choosing to do it. And so I was constantly filling up these balloons, but once we can see them, once we flick the light on and we can see, oh my God, I'm in this room full of these beliefs that we're giving, again, totally innocently, giving life to, we can then start to actually decide whether or not we want to keep doing that. And we can start to ask ourselves, is this balloon that I'm holding right here, is that really helpful? Is it actually true? Do I want to keep pumping it up? Do I want to keep giving it my energy and my focus and my attention? Or do I want to channel that in a different direction? So the beauty of balloons is that we can let air out of them. And so I love that image of actually starting to allow some of the air out, actually starting to maybe allow them to deflate. We might even want to pop them. And the thing is, like, we have that choice. It might not feel like it a lot of the time, and certainly it didn't feel like that for me for a very long time. But we do. So I'd love you to just kind of maybe sit with that image. I found it incredibly helpful, which is why I wanted to share it. And as you'll know from our other videos, I'm a very visual person, so these kind of metaphors I find very useful. But I'd love you to just sit with that image and just see what comes up, and maybe start to consider what might some of those unhelpful beliefs be that you maybe hold. What might you write on some of those balloons? And in the process of becoming aware of them, what would you love to do with them? Do you want to let out some air? Do you want to get a pin and pop them? Do you want to do something else? So yeah, consider that, and feel free to share any thoughts in the comments. But I hope this has been some food for thought, and I'll see you in the next video.